All right. Well, hello and welcome everyone. This is Mauria Dillard. It's February 20th and we have been zooming into 2020. We are so excited to have you tuning in. This has just been an opportunity for our team to kind of get together, share just how do we build this business? I mean, obviously it's a fairly simple business model. We've got a product that's changing lives every single day. Every single one of us that attached our names to this company did so because of 3 simple steps first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And what do you know? We have a company that continues to reward the heck out of us by giving customers free product just with 2 referrals, everyone being eligible for up to $660 in bonuses on their first $800 in referral orders. I mean, come on. It's basically a no-brainer around here, but we're always looking to grow. And we've also learned that we're better together. So with that, I am super excited to have a good friend of mine on who has just been, a kind of no excuses type person from the day that she joined this company, and it's forever changed her life. Her life now as a grandmother, which you're going to see her and she doesn't look like one, but somehow she is. Everybody's going to have goals to look like her when they have grandbabies, and there you go. So super excited just to introduce Kim Collins. Kim, come on, introduce yourself to everyone. We've got new people on that don't know who Kim Collins is. We don't know how long you've been thriving or where you live or a little of your background, which I think is such a huge part of your story. I think your background really allowed you to truly see this for what it was. And so I always think that that's important to know. So I'm going to give it over to you.
Well, good. Hi, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Can you hear me okay, Maria?
Yeah.
You can hear me all right?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay. These are not my jam. So for any of you that is on this today, I don't care if you're a 200K leader, a Lavelle millionaire, or whatever your little title is around here. These Zooms are not my thing. I don't like them. I'm seeing people like Courtney laugh hard because she knows that. And here's the reason. I get easily distracted. So I feel like I can drive a call home when I'm like straight up on a Saturday morning going to town talking and no one's looking at me. And I don't have to look at anyone else. But the thing with these is I've had some horror experiences, honestly, with things in the background that people don't realize the whole world can see them do. And so I'll just tell you, I'm only starting it out with that to let you know, like literally, it doesn't matter where you're at in this business. You still have to figure out ways to get out of your comfort zone. And this honestly is one of mine. These are not my thing. So background, let's see. Oh, I'm sitting in my office right now looking at this vision board that has ever changed so much. My background, over 6 years ago, I started thriving. Sheila Fassoni, for those of you know Sheila, she reached out to me different days, different ways. They say the average person doesn't really hear what you're saying or pay attention to what you're doing until the 10th time. I will tell you something. It was about the 10th time, but if you know Sheila, she's not your average person, right? So her 10th time wasn't over the course of a year or 2 years or what some of you are probably doing. It was straight up over the course of probably 3 weeks. And quite frankly, one day she called me and she said, listen, I don't care if you buy this or not. I don't care if I should take that back. I don't care if you sell this or not, but you need this. I have not had a headache in 5 days. And guys, when I tell you that, what she didn't know was the second or third reach out, she invited me to like the fan page. Okay, that tool is huge, whether you realize it or not. I was creeping that fan page. I was seeing, I only had 2 friends in common, Maria and Sheila. And I knew both of them. I trusted both of them. But the reality was they both can sell ice to an Eskimo, right? So I didn't really want to talk to either of them. But I was super interested in looking at these stories on the fan page. And I had a corporate career where I had about 300 employees, 18 offices, I don't even know, 10 managers, and I was always on the road. I also had, I still have a husband and 2 kids. but they were at crazy points in their life. My daughter was in college. My son was in high school. He was in every sport under the sun. And they were busy, right? So I would spend most of the weeks either literally sprinting through an airport, trying to get where I need to be to get home, in business meetings. I was in a high level position, so I sat around a boardroom table a lot of times with any man with a title that complained about their hip discomfort, needed coffee, and this and that and everything else, right? It was literally a cesspool, if you will, of people that need you. And the irony is, guys, even though I was somebody that had headaches, even though I literally lived a Mach 80 lifestyle and was like, I was running on empty, but I didn't know that. So the funny thing about it is, you know, until you get somebody started on the Thrive experience, a lot of people don't know they feel bad, guys, because they've never really felt this good. And for me, that was really where it was at. That day that Sheila had reached out to me, I was literally taking the cover off of a Costco size ibuprofen bottle. And I was going through a stressful situation. I was closing an office. 40 people were losing their jobs that day. So you can imagine, I had people crying. I had members, worked for a large travel insurance company, and it's membership based, and this office had been in that location for 56 years or something crazy. So I had every little grandpa, you know, that had been a member for however many years coming in, calling me every name under the sun because, you know, Kim Collins personally was closing the office, which, you know, I was just the messenger, right? And then you had the next person come in and they would explain to you, well, that's why you make the big bucks. So I got to tell you guys, when Sheila was reaching out to me, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to see it. I was so spent. I was so sick of people. I straight up started my day with coffee at home. If I was in a hotel room, you bet there was coffee. Ironically, all 18 locations and I had managers, so I managed managers, right? But I had to go visit them all the time. And all 18 locations, you guys, have a Starbucks in the strip mall. Not even kidding you. And those baristas either knew my name was Kim, or depending upon the season, it was pumpkin spice latte or caramel macchiato. It just depended on the season. And, you know, I laugh about it now, but I look back on it and, you know, that the way I was fueling my body to get through the day was clearly caffeine related, right? I thought I was going to get up and work out if I was in a hotel. I'm going to hit it hard, right? I'm not at home. I don't have any responsibility, but guess what? My brain was shot. The snooze button was my favorite thing until I literally got that coffee in me. So I didn't get it done. I didn't sleep good at night. I tossed and turned, most likely from the stress of corporate America, along with all the caffeine. Because when I got done with the coffee for the day, then I'd go ahead and switch to Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper. And so it blows my mind now when I think about it, because I haven't drank coffee in over 6 years. It's cold. I live in North Dakota, for those of you who don't know. I don't know if you can see out my window that we have, who knows, 3 feet of snow on the ground right now. So, you know, there's been many a times I've poured a hot cup of coffee because I like the smell and I think I'm going to like the taste, and I just like, 2 sips and I'm done. Soda now, literally, can't do it. Don't like the taste of it anymore. But the funny thing about it, when I look back on this whole thing, is because she led with the fact that I need this due to my headaches, and she made that reach out about me, that's what caught my attention. She didn't know, you guys, that when I was laying in bed in a hotel room trying to shut my brain off and there was nothing on the TV, that I was scrolling through that Facebook page. I was looking at these stories. I was seeing the biggest things that were catching my eye wasn't even so much the content for what the product was doing, but the fact that these were everyday real people. These weren't, you know, clip art that was photoshopped like when you page through a magazine or whatever. And that's what was eye appealing for me. And I would start to read these stories and I would think about the person in the boardroom the next morning that I have to meet with, gosh, they would benefit from this. I would think about that person. I would think about my sister. I would think about my family. I would think about anybody and everybody, right? Like if you straight up make a list of all the things that this product does for you, and then on the other line, and I tell my team this all the time, on the other side of your paper, literally do a seek and find game with yourself, right? And write down names of anybody you can think of that you know that you have an okay relationship with. And I bet you could connect the dots, right? I bet Susie's got headaches. I bet Sally has horrible gut health. I bet, Henry is running on empty and missing his kid's game and broke all the time. There's something with this for everybody, but it's kind of funny when I hear myself tell that Starbucks story, because the one thing I've always been is outgoing and not afraid to talk to people, right? So it's kind of a joke that the baristas either knew me by the 2 kinds of coffee or my name. But guys, a lot of people are coming through those offices. I don't live in those cities. So the fact that they knew my name or knew what I drank kind of meant that I left an impression on them, because when I actually go into a business or I'm doing something, I'm connecting with people. I'm not there with my head in my phone, unapproachable. So I would say that's another big tip, I think, just kind of in the story, that it's very, very important for you guys to realize, like, throw the phone in your back pocket, throw it in your purse when you're out and about and when you go places. Make eye contact. It's kind of crazy how many people just no longer smile or say hello, or make it a game, right? When you do smile and say hello, I mean, it happened to me today 3 times. It's funny how many people look at you like you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you're actually looking at them and smiling and saying hello. Like, I think they think you're on something, which we are, right? We're thriving and we're not surviving like they are. So those are typically the people that they become a little game. I kind of make everything about this a game, because the way I look at it, this is fun. This is not stressful. This is not a competition. This is not any, business plan that's thrown at me and goals that I have to achieve by a certain quarter or end of the year or what have you. This is something that I wake up every day and I believe in. This is something that I'm working towards. Different goals, different dreams, different things. Again, I have my vision board right in front of me. So you're running your own race and you're playing your own game. But the reality is, guys, those of you that are going to succeed with this are those of you that can stay in your own lane. Fun. You get the no's, or you get the people that ignore you. And I see it every single day. People take it so personal, and they focus on the one person that didn't give them any attention back. Why? Like, straight up stop and ask yourself why. Why would you do that? Why would you waste any bit of your time and energy or abilities on somebody that's not giving you 2 cents of their day? That's a waste of your time. So I feel like, Mauria, I'm now probably babbling because my story kind of goes into all these different things, but June will be 4 years actually since I walked away from corporate America, which is really crazy, because if you guys ask Sheila, I will tell you straight up, I wasn't going to build a business. I told her, I'm going to place my order. I'm going to order this. I rallied 10 friends because my brain is focus group based. That's what I always do. I want to compare notes with people. And I saw all the things this product could do for you, right? And so I picked 10 people that needed it for 10 different reasons. And I said, listen, I don't care if you ever make another order again, but I need you to order this, and I need you to do it today, because I want all of us to get our product at the same time. Guys, I hit my VIP 1600 in the first 48 hours. Not going to sell this, keep in mind, but I did sign up as a promoter instead of a customer because I didn't want to deal with an auto ship. That's really the only reason why I did it. We didn't have the juicy deals back then, right? We didn't have these, hey, $4K, $4,000 bonuses, all the things that they do for you guys right now. We didn't have any of that. I was chasing a speaker that I didn't even know what the hell this speaker was, quite frankly. I had never even heard of the thing, or Ray-Bans that I knew I was never even going to wear because I really didn't think they were cute, but I wanted to win. Like, that is the name of the game. And I think the biggest person that can get in your way, you guys, when you're trying to build this business or you're trying to help somebody else build this business is your own self. And at the end of the day, I don't know, Mauria, you and I talk about this a lot. Like, I straight up wake up every day, you guys, and I work this business for the day. That's it. I don't work it for next week. I don't work it for next month. I don't focus on what I failed on yesterday or the day before. I don't focus on, Susie, who probably called me for a coaching call and didn't do 9 of the things or even 1 of the things that I told her to do, and she wasted a ton of my time, right? I don't focus on her. I woke up today, and today is all about today. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing. And that's how I literally don't let the day by day add up to get me to a point to where I fall back. So when I joined this company, you guys, it was December of 2013, and it took till August. We hit 200K, and I'm pretty damn proud to say I've never ever lost 200K. I've got the auto elite. There's so many people out there that, again, if you hear me talk, if you're new, I'm not trying to scare you, but there's so many people out there that are still living on a rank that they might have achieved 2 years ago and haven't hit again. Then waking up today and working for today, and tomorrow doing the same thing, and the next day doing the same thing. And before you know it, they got their rank back. You know why? Those people that originally got them there because they put all their eggs in one basket probably aren't here anymore. And that's just the truth of it. This is a business where people are going to come and go. If you are just getting off work today, I bet the person at your job that sat in the cube next to you, that cube is probably rotated, right? People come and go. Every single person, no matter what you do in life, is literally replaceable, right? But at the end of the day, why somebody wouldn't want to grab this if you had a little bit of time, whether this is part-time, becomes full-time, whatever it is you want to do with it, you can make your own hours, you can do your own work, you can hit your own results, and it's the only place I know that you can give yourself a raise every single week. I've never been involved in a job that does that. So, as I look back, I had lunch with a friend yesterday who still works where I used to work, and guess what? It was the same sad conversations, guys, that she was having that we had years ago. That sucks the life out of me now. It's exhausting. I can't handle it. And, for somebody who wasn't going to build a business, what I really learned the most out of this is it's really the same things that I did in corporate America, right? I taught people really how to gain the confidence and the competency to be successful. Now with this, I will tell you the biggest challenge is you can't pull people over the finish line. You can give somebody a pep talk. All of you right now today, right? You hopped on here. Be damn proud of yourself that you did, because so many people don't dial in anymore. I mean, I am looking at incredible 200K leader friends of mine that I know right now on this Zoom that show up. They show up. They don't care what their rank is. They don't care what this person's doing over there. They didn't join this network marketing gig to be the best next public speaker life coach like some of these people get sucked into doing, which also sucks the life out of me, but whatever. Anyhow, they literally, sorry, Jessica, stop laughing at me. See, this is why I can't do these. They're too distracting. I don't see you guys laughing at me when I just talk to myself on the phone. But what I will tell you is this. The people that wake up and work for the day doing the same things they did, in my case 6 years ago, aren't working for anybody else anymore, right? my paychecks aren't falling backwards, right? You hear people, well, my team sales are dropping and this and that. Guess what? My team sales have dropped a lot too. I had somebody call me last month and say, I don't know what to do. My monthly team sales, I'm closing out and they're down $44,000. And I told her, mine are down $6 million this month. So swallow that for a second. And I'm still smiling and I'm still laughing and I'm still figuring out who we're going to go talk to, guys. There's ebbs and flows in this business, and you have to constantly build your pipeline. You literally have to be looking for what your future is going to hold. And for me, you know, when I started this, I had a daughter in college that, you know, we co-signed student loans for. You know, now I have a son that is in his senior year. We are one month, 6 weeks away from, hallelujah, graduation from a private Christian school. So do the math there for any of you that don't have kids in college yet. Tuition's ugly. And guess what? Her loans were paid off the first year with this business. He's going to graduate a private Christian school with zero debt. Zero. We walk in there and we write a check now. Books, we're not stressed out about what used book can we buy from whoever. Just get your books. Guys, your world can be so different if you literally wake up for the day, focus on the day, do not take crap personally when people say no or they ignore you. If you can learn to wipe the emotion out of things with this business and treat it like a business, huge things can happen for you. The only time you should allow yourself personally to put emotion into this is when you're sharing your story, or when you're sharing your mom's story, or your cousin's story, or your friend's story. I can promise you this, for those of you that think you're doing every single thing on earth and it's not working for you, or you think, gosh, I had this and that and now these people are gone, literally stop and digest how many times in a day are you logging into Instagram? How many times a day are you hopping on Facebook? How many times a day are you on Twitter? How many times a day are you just mindlessly scrolling? You're not reaching out to everyone. You're not hitting the people you need to hit. And what I mean by that is tomorrow when I go get my nails done, I'm going to talk to somebody. I don't know who. Probably the chick to my right and the chick to my left, and maybe the chick across the room. Just depends on the mood I'm in, right? But every single day, I'm going to talk to somebody. I get out and about. I don't hide behind Facebook. Don't be that person who's copying and pasting and sending out these messages that are scaring people away. You probably are trying to reach out to somebody who's just like I was. They get enough emails and enough crap in the day that they want you to pick up the phone. They want you to leave them a message. They want to hear the genuine tone in your voice. And I can tell you this, if you keep at it, even though people are going to come and go, guess what else is going to happen? They're going to circle back. I have many people that have circled back. And now guess what? They might only want the Pro Bars. They might only want Thrive Skin. They might not want the True Blue Thrive experience because they like to whine and complain, right? That's their norm. Let them. I don't care. As long as they're talking positive about my Pro Bars and my Thrive Skin, that doesn't bother me. So, Mauria, I've probably taken this whole call. I'm supposed to tell my story, and you know me, I'm just babbling. So I'm quiet now and see what you want me to talk about.
I love it. I mean, the reality is that, you know, I think sometimes people, I think sometimes leaders can confuse the field because there are some that kind of try to do other things and they find out those other things don't work and then they have to circle back to the basics. But the reality is that it's the basics. That's what it takes. It is sharing your story. It is connecting with people. It is getting other people connected to a story. And then there you go. And you do it over and over and over and over and over again. You know, you mentioned people are going to come back around. You're going to have team members fall off. You're going to have some of those team members that fell off. They're going to come back around. You're going to have customers that fall off. And some of those customers are going to come back around. I literally got a text this morning. My day has consisted of a text this morning from a customer that's now starting her Thrive Back for the 3rd time. She literally said 3rd time's a charm. The Thrive Experience story calls that we've got going on tonight, I shared that this morning, you know, just, you know, following up with them, and made that post, followed up with another Thriver. I actually shared that communication with you guys on Facebook. And then her next messaging was, okay, well, how do I become a promoter? I mean, like, this is what it is, guys. It's stories, it's connection, you know, you know, how many people can we reach? How many people can hear our story? How many people can we invite to this experience? I'll never forget the first time I was on a call and somebody said GPO or G-pot, you got a G-pot. I'm like, what the heck is G-pot? You know, it's get people on Thrive. Like, that is the gist of it, guys. And we can complicate it all day long, and all we're going to do is hold ourselves back. But the reality is that most of us, if we can just go ignorance on fire, and this has been my catch-22 with zooming into 2020. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love interviewing other leaders and you guys hearing your stories and you guys being able to take away golden nuggets. But if all we do is sit here and are pepped up by somebody's story and inspired by somebody's story, if we don't go talk to someone about Thrive, if we don't share our story about Thrive, if we don't interview someone else's story about Thrive, then we're not going to grow. If we don't go create a free account, we're not going to grow. And I asked this morning, you know, how do you know if you've had success if you don't even know what you're shooting for? Like, what are you shooting for? You know, some of you, and you guys share this in the chat. What do you need right now? What do you need financially in your life to create options for your family? What do you need? Do you need to be able to not worry about your grocery bill? Do you need to not be able to worry about not worrying about the childcare bill? Do you need to worry or not worry about the debts that you have? You know, what is it? So I feel like so many people don't even know what they're shooting for, and then they can't define success because they're placing success on hitting 4K or 12K or 40K. But what does that mean for you? See, you can't judge your own if you've had success if you don't even know what you're working for. And you can't, what you're working for, guys, is not a 4K. What the heck does 4K mean for you and your family? What does 12K mean for you and your family? What are you working towards? You know, for me, it was game on. I'm not gonna be able to keep my mouth shut about this anyway. And we need Christmas cash. Like, that was the gist of it in the beginning. And then it's like, holy crap, like, people are loving this and people are getting it for free. And people have also paid for their Christmas. And I've just made more talking about this stuff than I could make in X amount of hours as a speech pathologist. And holy crap, these weekly rewards can get our family out of debt.
I can remember do you remember when you hit 12K and right out of the gate? Because you guys know Mauria, right? She's all in all the time, right? And he was getting this new vehicle and I was like, did you hit your head? What do you mean? You just started this thing. Like, how do we know this company's going to be here?
Again, well, here's the deal. I'm not going to doubt myself in this business. I've never doubted myself in this business because here's the deal. I know I'm going to get up and I'm going to work every day because this kind of work, are you kidding me? 5 minutes before I walked in here, I was making Gunner a zillion low-carb peanut butter cookies and this new brownie mix. I am home with my family. I am full-time all the time with this crazy crew, and I get to hop on here and do this, and then I get to talk to people about Thrive like this, and then I get to be out and about and meet people. I mean, there is nothing that is hard about this business. What is hard are the voices in our heads that hold us back. Yeah. What she's saying, I did. I hit 12K in 17 days. And you know what I did? I went in December. So that was in November. And I went in December and I bought a car. And that was back in the day when you could get Paul Gravett on the phone. And I called him and I said, do you promise me like there's no catch to this? Like, I really am going to get this auto bonus every month. And I mean, I've got this used Cadillac Escalade that I can buy. And this is going to help us out so much. Are you sure? And he's laughing at me. He is laughing at me. And you know what he said? Guys, this right here is what all of you need to hear, and everyone on your team that is not dialed into this. You know what he said? Mauria, keep doing what you're doing, and you're not ever going to have to worry about that.
Yeah. And he probably said the exact same thing today. Like literally, like
keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I'll meet people at locals, and that's actually a phrase that I've taken on, you know, in meeting new people, and I'll look at it. I mean, I'll see this excitement in their eyes and this dedication, and they have a vision for where this company can take them and their family. And I'll look at it and I'll say, if you'll keep doing what you're doing, your life will never be the same. And they don't know what that means, but I know what that means. Just like that day, Paul knew what that meant for me. That's why he's laughing at me. If you'll keep doing what you're doing. But guess what the reality is? If Mauria stops doing the things, talking to people about Thrive, sharing a story, connecting to people about Thrive, painting the picture of what's possible with this company, making sure customers can refer to, get it for free, walking people through VIP 800, qualifying for incentive trips and freaking going on them. Okay. Like if I stop doing all of that, guess what? Then we're going to have a problem. And that's just the basics of it, guys. And yes, there are going to be days where you don't want to. Yes, life's going to smack you upside the face. Yes, this company gives you some grace, and thank God for residual income that can pick up. But the more days you take off, the harder it is to keep going. So if you'll just wake up every day and do the do, oh my gosh. And I'll tell you what, you can't help but be rewarded when those stories are coming back. You just can't help it. You're going to be rewarded emotionally, like, seriously. But you also get rewarded financially. It's just, you've got to stick with it. Everyone, you know, I will end it with this, and then Clem, I'll ask you for your last minute closing thoughts, but everyone we know is going to be thriving with someone. And y'all, since I've now been doing this 6.5 years, do you know how many times I have somebody come to me, oh man, that friend just signed up with so-and-so. Oh man, that friend just signed up with so-and-so. Oh man, that friend was signed up with her, but then that person quit and they signed up with someone else. Everyone you know, everyone that is told you no will be thriving with someone. It's up to you if they're thriving with you. And if they think you checked out, you're the last person that they're going to thrive with. And I know you guys that are hopping on and are watching the replays, you're not the ones checked out right now, but you're going to be tempted to check out. So I hope these little voices kind of appear in your head. I can't check out because I have goals to meet, because this company is my vehicle that is going to create the future for my family that I've longed for, that I can't get anywhere else. Guys, you're working your job. Your job is going to take care of your finances, right? This company right here can take care of your future. And you got to look at it that way. Mm-hmm. Mauria totally said that exact same to me 6 years ago. Everyone will be thriving. Do you want them thriving with you or with someone else? I mean, it's true. And it's
let me tell you, it hurts when they pick someone else. That hurts. Like, well, it happens to you guys. You probably might not change your ways on that one either. Like, it hurts.
It does. It does. Any last minute closing thought? Kim, you're amazing. We always love hearing you. Always.
Sorry, I sound like I'm a smoker. I am not a smoker. You know, here's the thing, guys. I don't know where you went to work today, right? What your regular job is, but I can promise you this. Whoever your CEO is, whoever the director of IT is, whoever, anybody at the big O title at your company that probably doesn't know your employee 55153, right? They never walked a mile in your footsteps. They never sat and did your job to get to where they're at. They were probably literally straight up hired at a high level position because they've always been hired at a high level position, whether that was because of, whatever education got them there, whatever connection got them there, to build their resume, what have you. The reality is, they don't know how to do your job. And the thing that I think you all need to really stop and digest, the thing that literally got me hook, line, and sinker looking at this as a business is, as I was going to corporate America and fighting the battle every flipping meeting to try to explain the frontline people over here that are making the money for everybody up here need all these things that we couldn't have because of all these other reasons, right? The thing that really got me with this company is you have two owners here that have walked a mile in your footsteps. You have two owners here that just don't talk about it. They are about it. I have mad respect for people like that. I have straight up ran multi-million dollar company with a lot of people around me that didn't know what the hell they were talking about. Okay? And they didn't have to, because they were getting big fat bonuses. Guys, these men, they don't need to give us this quick incentive here or that fast incentive there or something to spark interest. They do that for you. They do that to help you help somebody else. They aren't making any money on that, okay? They created a business model here that you straight up can join for free, throw down money week after week after week, create a future for your family where you never have to look back, all because of network marketing with the product you're taking anyway. So just think about that. I don't care what you do today for a living, you're a network marketer. We all are. Somebody's gonna ask you where you got your hair cut. Somebody's asking you, where'd you get that shirt? What gym do you go to? What kind of shake do you like when you go to this company? Whatever it is, guys. People, we all are network marketers. We are all giving referrals for everything. I mean, you see the meme, right? If you have an Instapot, who has an Instapot on this call right now? I mean, come on. Probably because somebody talked about the air fryer. That was the big wave, right? Like we're all network marketers at the end of the day. But guess what you have that sets you apart from everyone else? Two owners with grit, grace, and financial freedom. And all they really want are stand-up people to literally have confidence and courage and carry on this legacy for them for years to come. So do you want to look back at 20 years and think, gosh, I wonder if I would have stopped thinking about 4K, where I'd be today? Or do you want to wake up tomorrow morning and live for today? Or better yet, you dialed into this today, right? Don't just hop off and think, that was cool, or hey, I never knew this, or that inspired me, or whatever this call did for you. Do something with it before you go to bed, right? Send the chicken list message. Jump off the damn high dive. I don't care what you do. Do something before you go to bed. Just don't dial in and think, that was great. I'm going to go look at that flyer and put Mauria's next Zoom in my phone and get on the next one. Because if you do that, you just wasted your time. Your time is valuable. Use it wisely. So thanks, guys. Sorry I get distracted looking at all your faces. This is not my jam.
But you make it seem like it's your jam. So thank you. I know everyone is saying thank you. We've already seen lots of messages coming in. So Kim, thank you for your time tonight. Guys, let's go do something. I am interviewing 2 new Thrivers tonight at 8:30, Thrive Experience call. Hopefully you guys have scheduled your interview of Thrive Experiences. You share your story, interview 1 or 2 people. That's totally fine. Get that out there. That helps them. That helps you. That's just what we do around here. We've got to get the word out, and that's the best way. So thank you guys so much, and we'll wrap this up. Bye, guys.